Welcome. This is our Monday, February 15, 2016 edition of the Government News Brief. In the news, Budget 2016 reflects interest of all Guyanese, rates and taxes have to be increased to provide quality public services, and water coverage to be increased nationally. With these and other stories, I am Azim Khan. Thank you for staying with us. This is the Government News Brief. Budget 2016 is a true reflection of the government's vision for the development of Guyana. Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu is of the view that the budget shows that the government has all the people of Guyana at heart. Here's that story.
Prime Minister Nagamutu reminded members of the National Assembly that the two budgets of the new coalition government were presented just 5 months apart, and both of them reflect the interest of Guyanese.
I'd like also to congratulate all members of the government benches who have made sterling contributions during this debate and have ably demonstrated to the people of Guyana that this APNU plus AFC coalition government has all the people of Guyana in its heart.
The House was told that the coalition government sought to restore people's faltering confidence.
And in 2015, the people of this country said they have no confidence in one party anymore. They want a combination. They want a coalition. And this is the confidence that the people restored in themselves, that they could elect such a combination, and two, they restore confidence in governance.
The Prime Minister pointed out that this year the administration will continue to fulfill its promise to Guyanese. He added that the $230 billion national budget creates a framework for the administration to bring a better life to the ordinary Guyanese as it pushes ahead to deliver better services. The 2016 budget was presented under the theme Stimulating Growth, Restoring Confidence, The Good Life Beckons. Shanta Govardhan with this Government News Brief.
Minister of State Joseph Harmon has repeated the coalition government's call for the parliamentary opposition to work with it in moving Guyana forward. Paul McAdam reports.
The door is always open to the political opposition for cooperation with the coalition government. So says Minister of State Joseph Harmon.
Where are the recommendations, Mr. Speaker, emanating from our colleagues who have been in office for over 23 years? Where is the experience? Where is it? We ask. As a responsible opposition, you don't just gripe. Come to the table, let's talk.
The senior government official reiterated that the coalition government's position of an open-door policy of consultation and collaboration on issues that will further boost Guyana's development are always available. Upon taking office, President David Granger extended an invitation to the main political opposition to meet for talks on various developmental issues. After an initial series of meetings, the political opposition refused other offers made. The political opposition has also failed to date to nominate representatives to any of the boards of various agencies and bodies as is constitutionally mandated.
In order for local government authorities to provide the level and quality of public services, rates and taxes must be increased. Glendon Greenwich tells us more.
Whilst the government is prepared to support local government authorities, the said authorities are not in a position to finance their operations due to an outdated rates and tax regime.
They said that after the elections they are going to increase rates and taxes. Well, how many years the rates and taxes have been increased? 13, 20, 1995, 95, 26, 21 years? 20 years. The rates were good 20 years ago, but 20 years afterwards, how can it be there? It's not wanted. That's why part of the whole enforcement became lax, because people tell you, why you want we waste time over this? The paper alone is more than that.
An average middle-class homeowner residing in the city pays approximately $8,000 in rates and taxes per year.
You're paying $8,000, and you are demanding every service that we used to get in the 70s when the money could have done with. The government will support But first and foremost, they must finance themselves. And you can't finance yourselves if you're having 1995 taxes in 2016. And that's a fact of life. Let the people know.
The Tax Reform Committee recently submitted its report. Certain recommendations which will be reviewed by the Cabinet were proposed. Government News Brief, Glendon Greenwich reporting.
Funding has been secured for proposals from Guyanese who are interested in marketing their country as a tourism destination. Shanaz Alou tells us more.
There is already a list of agencies ready to fund these proposals, Minister of Public Telecommunication and Tourism, Catherine Hughes, has revealed. Several proposals have already been received by the Ministry of Tourism with specific focus on marketing the hinterland areas. The ministry is pushing this plan on the premise that residents are more familiar and knowledgeable in pointing out attractions in their community.
So we have been going out to communities across Guyana, saying to them, sending your proposals, and we are assisting them to get funding.
This type of venture will not only benefit the country, but residents and their respective communities.
We've actually gone to a series of our hinterland locations, and we've created a model called Ready, which was a model designed in Regionaire 8. And what we did in Region 8, as we plan to do in all the regions, is to establish an inventory of tourism products that can be developed.
Community-based tourism is one of several initiatives being pursued by the Ministry of Tourism to improve Guyana's image as a viable tourist destination. With this Government News Brief, I'm Shanaz Alou reporting.
Residents on the coast and hinterland can expect a 3% and 5% increase in water coverage respectively. Seneca Thorne reports.
Government expects those incomes from the $4 billion it had allocated to the water sector, as well as the achievement of a 5% reduction in non-revenue water, construction of 6 portable wells, 3 water treatment plants, and installation of 5,000 new water connections and 25 kilometers of transmission and distribution mains are targeted.
Under the coastal program, $585 million was allocated to complete the construction of wells, water treatment plants, and distribution mains at Jacoba, Port Moran, Echoes, to name a few, Timeri, among others. Other civil works include the installation of water supply system and distribution network at Yarra Cabra, Waikabra, and the rehabilitation and upgrading of Cotton Tree and Bartica water treatment plants, amongst others.
In Linden, $229 million will be expended to complete the interconnection at the Mackenzie Bridge crossing and mains on east and west bank of Linden. This sums also cater for the completion of water treatment plants at Wizrock and Amelia's Ward. In Georgetown, $226 million will be used to complete the distribution and transmission mains, wells, and storage reservoir at Albistown, West Le Penitence, and Meadowbank, among others.
With respect to the hinterland water supply, approximately $195 million will be expended. This administration stands firm on its words to bridge the gap between the coast and the hinterland regions. We believe, Mr. Speaker, that potable water is essential, and having access to it, it is a fundamental right of every Guyanese. This year, we will be targeting the completion and upgrading of water supply systems at Madhya, Port Kaituma, Mabaruma, and Paramakatoy.
Upon completion, these projects are expected to benefit more than 128,000 people on the coast, 14,000 in the hinterland, 27,000 in Region 10, and in excess of 135,000 in Georgetown.
We have come to the end of the Government News Brief on Monday, February 15, 2016. This is a photograph taken at the Independence activity on May 26, 1966. If you're in this photograph, please give us a call on 226-6715 or 225-3119. We would certainly like to speak with you. The Government News Brief, along with all other GINA programs, can be found on our website. We are also on Facebook and YouTube. On behalf of all of us here at GINA, thank you for watching.